Hey guys, today we have some news, some very tragic news coming out of Houston. As you can see from the title, last night at Travis Scott's concert, there was a lot of things going wrong. Apparently, as reported right now that I'm making this video, 8 people are reported to have passed away, hundreds hospitalized, and it's just a really tragic event that happened last night. Apparently the youngest person that's been injured is 10 years old, and it's just really crazy. I was not expecting this. I woke up this morning getting ready to go for a run. I woke up late as usual, and this is the first thing I see on my timeline, and I was not expecting to see this. I actually don't even follow any, famous people, but this was so big that it was just like, whoa, like this is crazy. Like, and there were just so many different things that went wrong. There were ways that this could have been prevented, but ultimately I feel like it was just a catastrophe all at once, because there were so many things that went wrong that you really don't know. And there's obviously reports of different possibilities of what really happened with those people. There's some reports that people were basically asphyxiated, like I don't know how to say it, but they couldn't breathe, that people were trampled, that people were on drugs, or people were being shot up with drugs unknowingly. Like, it was just a lot of different things going on and a lot of different reports. But like, again, rest in peace to anyone that lost their life, and condolences to anybody, family members that may have lost their life or been injured. Like, this is really crazy. I took the time before making this video to actually watch the concert and see like if I can spot anything. And to be honest, I did spot a few different moments. I saw moments where Travis tried to control the crowd, try to calm things down. And there's even a moment where he actually points out that someone has passed out, and he tries to mitigate that.
Just play it slowly. We need somebody to help him. Somebody passed out right here. Somebody passed out right here. Hold on, don't touch him, don't touch him. Everybody just back up. Security, somebody help jump in real quick. Keep going, just keep it just right. Somebody jump in, come on, security, get in there, let's get in there, let's get in there, let's get in there, let's get in there. Yeah.
I have a few other videos here that basically can demonstrate like what was going on. Like, it's a lot. So we start early on in the day, and you can see people barging in to the concert, and here we go.
Come on! Yeah.
So obviously this is like thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Like, this is a lot of people that are like breaking the barriers. These are not even the people that are obviously attending the festival. This was early on in the day, once the festival had already started, and people have like completely bombarded the security. And it's not to say that the security wasn't efficient enough, because in reality, you can only have so much security, like if you have 30 people security at the door, like that is technically sufficient, right? But if you have 2,000 people ready to trample your entire security to get in, that becomes a different story. Because remember, this is an outdoor event, so the structures that are made are not permanent hard structures. So these are the same fences we saw when we were in middle school that we started climbing. Like, these are not like adequate barriers. Like, this is not concrete. This is not a wall. This is a regular fence to denote security. Then you have the tents, and you have the security examination things, which is also another issue, because all these people were able to get into this concert without being checked to see what was on them. They completely bombarded it. And it's like, what can security do at this point? If it's 1,000 security guards against 100,000 people, you know, that's, people have to control themselves at that point, is basically what I'm saying. And it's insane. There's really nothing you could do when people get past security, but apparently they just let the concert go on, and they were like, well, there's really nothing we can do here. Thousands of people just bum rushed us, and we have to get it. Like, we have to continue, and there's nothing we could do. We can't pick them out of the crowd. Yeah, like, this is insane. It's like insanity ensuing, and it's women, girls, boys, like everybody, men. It's people of all ages bum rushing this concert. And you see, if this was any other type of situation, you know, the police, which are also present at this event, because you can't have a event like this without police involvement. So it's not as though this is like a government bum rush, like, you know, what happened in January. But mind you, even what happened in January wasn't sufficient, in my opinion. It's not like they could just start shooting people, like, to not get in. So it's one of those things where it's like, what can you really do other than say, hey, 1,000 people bum rush our concert, and we're gonna have to cancel it for all the people, the thousands and thousands of people that did pay. You guys all have to go home because people broke into the concert. They're already in a tough spot, and this is midday.
Trust me, I got it.
Security is clearly trying. They're trying to do something. They're doing absolutely nothing, but it's just crazy. But then later on in the night, you see this event happening, and you're like, whoa, like, what's going on here? Security is basically trying to help a bunch of different people that may have passed out, or they're not responding. Obviously, this is an explicit video, so definitely don't watch it if you are, you know, not trying to see something like this. But they are trying their best to, like, get people out of the crowd that are injured or passed out, and, like, get them help. You can see paramedics are there, police are there, like, and then, you know, Travis Scott in the background. But obviously he's all the way over there, and he sees the person, you know, getting help. So there's really no way for him to really know, like, oh yeah, it's bad. Like, it's that bad, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy. Definitely Travis should be held accountable for the weak spots within the event. Obviously, well, all you can really say is get more security, but that wouldn't really stop the bum rush. You can say get more paramedics or something, but I really want to know, like, what do people think, like, could have been done if you have a concert and people are, like, either over intoxicated, or they were able to sneak something in, or they're hurting people, or something like a mosh pit where people are actively bringing it upon themselves to create a violent environment at your concert. Like, I really want to know, like, what could have really been done, because it looks like they did most of the things. When you look into the actual footage of the crowd, and the narrative right now is as it is told as though people were in the crowd and that it was just one big crowd and then everyone was pushing towards the front. But I've been to plenty of concerts. I've seen Travis Scott live in concert twice. And I've been to plenty of concerts and festivals, namely, where it's a very, very large crowds, and they have a way of sectioning off those crowds. And in this festival, you can also clearly see that the crowds were sectioned. So the reason why they don't have just one big crowd is because something like suffocation or like pressure can happen, and when people need help, there's no way to either get in or get out. So there are these separations. There's huge separations down the middles of crowds, sometimes two middle separations, so that is in three, and then there's like a horizontal separation, and you can clearly see that there are definitive sections within the crowd for security to be able to see their section and be able to enter and exit, and for the concert goers to enter and exit in different parts of the crowd, so that you can actually figure out where you are. Because that's another issue that I've dealt with, like on indoor concerts when it's like super big. You really don't even know where you are sometimes, because I'm pretty short, so like you don't even know where you are. Like if it gets too tight, you could literally just see the people that are around you. You can't see who's behind you because you can't even push your shoulder far enough to turn. So like I've experienced all that pushing, that pressure, especially when it gets closer to the headliner and everyone's super excited. But for this, you can very much see that each section was doing their own thing. So it's not as though one whole crowd was pushing on top of, like, the pressure of an entire crowd was on one person or a row of people. No, this was happening in different sections. And there was an attempt to crowd control. There was an attempt to do certain things. So I'm really wondering what could have been done. But then I have this video from a concert goer, and he basically describes the event, and he is like, it was crazy.
In a concert in hell, you couldn't breathe, you couldn't see. Like, just imagine all the people they're going to find tonight who was in that crowd, who nobody could see, who nobody could hear, who passed out, and everybody was just trampling on top of them the whole fucking concert. Like, I'm thinking it's probably going to be like at least 100 people who dead tonight. Like, I kid you not. Like, in the VIP section, it was so many bodies laid out. People was getting pulled out who was fainted. And the medics were trying to give them CPR, and they was flipping them over, and like they was literally turning black and blue. Like I never seen death in my fucking life, bro. Just by me alone, it was probably like 10 fucking people laid out dead. And like once the medics tried to help them, they wasn't responding. They moved to the next person. It was nothing they could have do. Like this shit really fucked me up and like really spooked me tonight. Like that was like some demonic shit. Like, and what was so crazy, like people were screaming help, trying to tell Scrap. It just felt like we was like literally like...
Yeah, and I totally understand. Like, it's crazy, and that's why I say that it's like so many components, because it's like you have this huge crowd, everyone's screaming, everyone's yelling, so like your cries for help is gonna kind of be drowned out by the enormous amount of music, the enormous amount of flashing. Everyone has their hands in the air, everyone's yelling, and then if you want to get someone's attention, you gotta yell and put your hands in the air, but it can easily look like the exact same thing that someone else is doing that doesn't even notice that something big is going on. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? So it's like, it's such a rock and a hard place with this one. It's like, on one hand, I'm like, this is insane, because I've never seen anything like this, like where people are literally losing their lives, which is so scary. But I really want to know, like, what was the cause of death for all these people, because it's just like, it's insane. Like, and at the same time, you have to think, like, if they were trampled by people did this. We can blame the performer, we can try to blame security, but like you have to understand, concert goers get trampled by concert goers. It was people that, had a hand in doing this to people. Like, and that's one of the craziest things about like a concert like this is like everyone's coming with this very aggressive energy, this rager energy, and it's like they just don't care about anything. Like, they'll see someone on the ground and they'll be like, I'm not even gonna risk bending over to pick you up because people are about to bum rush me. I gotta keep it pushing. Like, so there's like clearly was some lack of empathy there, and then obviously coupled with the people that did try to help, it was just like they were drowned out by the music. I saw ambulances in the crowd. Like, it was just sick. It was definitely sick. Yeah, I don't know what much more to say about it, but hopefully some people, everyone gets connected back with their families and they can figure it out, and we can all just try to figure out like how to make the concert experience better. I have my own ideas of what the future of concerts may look like, but I'm not going to talk about it in this video because I just don't feel like it's the right place and time to talk about it. But yeah, man, sorry for all that happened, but yeah, I'm gonna see you guys next time. It's Bianca Woke Up Late. Peace.